I'm not gonna lie, he finally came with the facts, gang. Brody done came with the facts, gang. Cause I feel like, in this shit, he had to come with the facts. Cause it's like, the first video was like, huh? Like, what? Wait, what are you talking about? Type shit. So I know this one he gonna have to explain. They put him in a white room on one chair. Like I know they about to interrogate him.
And this is the
he about to say everything.
So I've been locked up for 18 months. I've been in Rikers Island, Essex County, Hudson County, Bergen County, Yardsville Prison, and Greenwich,
2 years is a
Connecticut.
long
But before I even get into all the
time,
conspiracy,
bro.
I guess I'll tell you guys a little bit about myself. My name is Antonio Genestri. I grew up in Astoria, Queens,
I don't know how
and I'm
old
20
he is,
years
but
old.
that nigga
Getting into the allegations and the conspiracy of what went on. So there was a phone number that the police were investigating in a tri-state crime ring, and basically how they connected that number to me, or which they didn't really connect the number to me because I didn't.
Wait, how they investigating a phone number? Nigga, that shit make me want to change my number right now. What you mean by that? Investigating
Plead guilty to the number. I wound up getting into a fight with somebody, and when I got into the fight with him, he wound up calling the police, and when he called the police, he gave them the number. The number's already investigation. We got the name. Okay, boom, conspiracy. 2-3 days later, wound up getting a letter in the mail saying that I have warrants out for my arrest.
Oh my
I need to find an attorney, and
we can't
this,
even fight no more.
At the time, I'm thinking it's
God
a money
forbid
grab.
you pull up on a nigga, punch him in his mouth, bro. He gonna call the cops and give him your number.
Going out that same day, hopped in the GLC 43 AMG. Drove around, it was a nice day, had all the windows down, going down Steinway. Next thing you know it, I see the D's coming my way, and something told me to put the windows up, but I didn't wind up putting the windows up, and as they drove past me, they wound up breaking their neck, busting a U-turn. I'm sitting there in the driver's seat, and I'm thinking to myself, like, why are they pulling me over? It's not the tints because the windows are down. It's not speeding because I'm not speeding.
You pulled over?
I didn't do nothing. Whatever the case is, I wanted to pull it over. Let me see what they're on. I'm sitting there 5 minutes. Next thing you know it, boom, 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 boom. I'm boxed in by like 6 cop cars. So to de-escalate the situation, I took the keys, put it on the roof, turned the car off, got out the car, and as I got out the car, they wanted to grab me and throw me up against the car. So once they threw me up against the car, I'm like, my name's Antonio, and before I can even get my last name, they're like, we know who you are. They wound up taking me, putting me in the back of the cop car, where they put me to the 114 precinct, where they did my booking process. As I'm in the precinct, and as right before I'm about to go to Rikers Island for intake, they're basically, oh, you have a Grammy, da-da-da-da, or you're famous, whatever the case is. And at the time,
they was
I'm just
popping
letting
into
them
him
chat,
in
letting them run their
Rikers.
mouth, of course.
That mean that as soon as he got to Rikers, them niggas was fans. That's one. Them niggas is watching. Them niggas don't even do their job. They in their phone watching Squeeze Benz, and they saw Squeeze Benz and said, oh, you famous. You're a dick rider. Yeah. You at your job, already getting paid, and you dick rider for free. I'm confused. Because that's how they do it. They start popping it, and it's like,
yeah, whole time they really just be fans for
you guys know, get a lawyer, got into the van, went to Rikers Island where I sat in intake for 14 days. When I was sitting in intake, it was cool, nothing too crazy. At the end of the day, guys, if you're in jail, there should be no problem with you being there as long as you don't bang, you don't do no bullshit, and that's pretty much it. There should be no reason for you guys not to chill out in jail, and there should be no reason for anybody to come up and try to do some bullshit to you. I sat there for another 30 days after the 14 days of being in intake, where I was on hold for Jersey to come pick me up, and that's why I didn't bail out. So I didn't bail out in New York because I was on hold. They did not give me a bail number. I got to Jersey, and basically how Jersey works is they don't have a bail. They have a bail reform. They have a point level of being 1 the lowest and 5 being the highest. So when I got to Essex County, which was the first county I was in, and I sat there for 20 days, they winded up releasing me. After they released me, I got to Hudson County, where they winded up releasing me. And then Hudson County, I went to Bergen County. And as I was in Bergen County, I'm thinking everything is good. Got released from Rikers, Hudson, Exis. There should be nothing wrong. 3, 4, 5 people go in front of me, release, release, release. I get there, the prosecutor's on timing. He basically coming like Antonio Genestri.
So like, I think what he's saying is like, he's saying release from jail. I think he got transferred to another jail. Cause when he's saying release, I'm like, release, like, they released him and then he went to court and then he went back to jail? Nah. They transferred him.
No, they transferred him.
Oh, okay,
but he's saying that he's seen multiple niggas get released on some, the judge was on some, all right, you cool.
During the transfer?
Yeah, so he thinking that he's next. And then when it got to
He's gonna
him.
be doing 10 years. He did multiple crime rings. He's a menace to society and all this other things. After him going back and forth with my attorney winded up losing, and I wound up having to sit in Bergen County. As I'm sitting in Bergen County, I sat there for 3.5 months, 4 months, where I didn't get indicted. I wound up waiving my right to get indicted and taking a plea deal because there was 50 charges just alone in the state of Jersey, ranging from burglarizing commercial businesses for ATMs and pharmacies, and then of course the Squeeze Benz allegations, and then there was a handbag, $40,000-$50,000 handbags worth stolen, a whole list of things. And at the end of the day, only evidence that they had was this phone number.
Yo, they took the Birkin and
Who did that?
Yo, they took the Birkin and swerved off. Like, oh my gosh, she called them like it was a blue, like M3, and
so once they seen
just
all
went
these
fast.
crimes happening, they went to the cell towers and seen these 3 numbers are the most common. They wound up taking the numbers, and 2 of the numbers were registered to my codeines, which this is why I have employed in juvenile, because at the time they were 17 and I was 18, and the 3rd number was registered to nobody. It was under, I guess, like a bullshit name. And the only way that they were trying to say that it was my number was because the person said that it was mine. At the end of the day, if I went to trial, and which I was going to go to trial, I would have beat it like that. Since it being 18, 19 different cases with 3 charges on each case, I would have wound up sitting in the county for 3-4 years fighting all the cases. Mind you, if I wound up losing, it would have been minimum 5-year sentence. So in my head, it's like, okay, bet. They're offering me a 5-year deal. Got to do 12 months, 6 more months at the time. I wound up doing a little bit over. I did 10 months. I took my deal, got sentenced. After you get sentenced, they take you to prison. I got on the bus where they drove us an hour and a half away. Went to Jersey, it's called Yarsville Prison. I guess like you guys all hear the stories. Is prison crazy? What goes on down there? And yes, it does. I was there the first 2 months, chill, easy. You know what I mean? Nobody knows me. I don't really know nobody. I'm not really open my mouth. I've got really nothing to say to any of these guys. Whatever the case is, 3-4 months go by, I got some motion. I ended up becoming a tier worker, and once you become a tier worker, you're out all day, and then that's when you really start to see what goes on. Yes, I've seen people get stabbed. I've seen people get jumped on the face, blood bleeding everywhere. Honestly, I've seen crazy.
What?
How people say it is what it is.
What they jump on his face for?
Carpenter worker.
Yo, y'all saw how he tried to say that so calm, jump on the face.
And I wanted to become a carpenter worker. We were building chairs and stuff like that. Another month went by, and I wound up getting released. And basically how parole works, and the parole that I had, it's called administrative parole. As long as you don't get into no fights, as long as you don't get caught fighting anybody, you should be released. It goes the same for drug charges, anything like that. When I tell you guys, half the tier were zombies, I'd walk up and down the tier chilling, like that, sweeping, whatever the case may be.
Zombies, how,
you
like,
see
out?
These kids, mind you, they're not even old. Where Yarsville is 25 and under. They're 19, 20 years old, drugged out, literally zombies, on the door, sleeping, crazy. How real it is, on another house, somebody wound up dying due to overdose, and then on another house, I think someone died for getting stabbed or something like that. So yeah, it was a little crazy, but you know, like I said, as long as you don't bang, as long as you stay out the way and don't do no drugs, there should be no problem. Once I got released, I went to Connecticut where they gave me $1 million bail. I had the bros pull up, they gave me cash, 100,000, 10%.
He said he advertised it.
Like he want niggas to sign up.
Connecticut where they gave me $1 million bail. I had the bros pull up, they came with the cash, 100,000, 10%, bail bonds didn't come, bailed out, and that's when you guys seen the video that I was there. I hopped in the Urus. It felt amazing getting back in the car, being able to just take off. We had the Wraith, we had the Cullinan, we had the Urus, G80, we had a G82, we had an M8, just the whole lineup outside. And just to be back in there and then going to pick up my chain on top of that, $100,000 chain, shout out to Charles, good looks, and then going to get some real food. That's some that I forgot to tell you guys too. The food in jail is horrible. My boy worked in the kitchen. Basically how the kitchen works is you start off as a pot cleaner, and he got the pot, and the ITI, basically the workers from outside, told him to clean it. As he goes to clean the pot, he's looking at the pot, and he's telling me, he said he sees something moving, and he says there was maggots on the bowls. After he told me that, I told him that I was Jewish, and he didn't kosher food. Way better food. But getting back into, after I left, it was amazing to actually digest something that is actually digestible. Now that I got into some of the allegations, what was going on in jail, a little bit about myself, I guess I'll get into everything that you guys been waiting for, the actual Squeeze Benz allegations. So everybody's saying that, oh, Squeeze Benz got caught. Squeeze Benz never got caught. They tried to charge me with the Squeeze Benz allegations just in Newark, and basically the evidence that they had on that was somebody that was going to testify against me saying that I was Squeeze Benz. But it wound up falling through on their end, and they had dismissed the charges because they did not only have him.
I swear to God, if I sit in jail for 2 years, I'm saying that nigga name.
They need to have their.
He's better than me.
Only have him on top of that.
What he say? He didn't even say his name.
And they had dismissed the charges because
I'm
they did
saying
not
that
only
nigga
have him.
full
on
name.
top of that, to charge anybody with reckless driving, they need to have their face in that car at that time doing that crime, which in that case they did not. Why are all the accounts changed to official Mr. Squeeze and not Squeeze Benz no more? So I wanted to purchasing the account, and there was a lot of logistics behind it, lawyers, contracts, people advising it. We wound up coming to a deal. I made an offer. The accounts are all officially mine. And when I purchased the accounts, one of the first things I thought of was rebranding. By doing this, we're able to show face, have sponsors, and be able to collaborate with multiple other people and shops. That's pretty much what's going on with that. Some of the people that I met while being incarcerated, Sleepy Hollow, I didn't know it was you, bro, at the time, but the next day somebody told me this is like 60-day celebrity edition, and that's where they told me like, oh, squeeze Benz and Sleepy Hollow. And I was like, that was Sleepy Hollow, and I wound up telling my girl to search it up, and that's when I actually wound up finding out that was dead Sleepy Hollow. I met Fabio right before I went to prison. I didn't meet K-Flock, but I saw K-Flock in Essex County. I'm gonna answer some of the questions that you guys DM'd me to answer, so some of them you guys said were, what was my first car?
I know
my first car that I still do own is a 1996 3 Series. It has an LEY body kit on it, TE37. It's completely gutted, got a X3. I was Sleepy Hollow, and I wound up telling my girl to search it up, and that's when I actually wound up finding out that was dead Sleepy Hollow. I met Fabio right before I went to prison. I didn't meet K-Flock, but I saw K-Flock in Essex County. I'm gonna answer some of the questions that you guys DM'd me to answer.
Yo, how you meeting? Yo, that mean that true was nah. He said he was
my first car that I still do own is a 1996 3 Series. It has an LEY body kit on it, TE37. It's completely gutted, got a roll cage. The car is pretty much almost done. Big brake Brimo kit. Still more things that need to be done, like body work and actual engine. So all you guys that do American Muscle, I want to put an LS3 in it. So some of you guys that work on American Muscle, hit me up. Why did I get an M2? M2 is literally the perfect driver's car. It's small, compact, fast, and rear-wheel drive. Don't get me wrong, yes, some of the newer cars, you could take off X-Drive and stuff like that. To be completely honest, there's nothing like the M2. It moves different. When am I going to be able to leave the country? Let alone just the country, let's just say states. I was supposed to come to the celebrity basketball thing, but because it's something that I gotta sleep there and I'm fresh on parole, I'm not able to stay there yet because they don't know me too well and whatever the case is. So the country, I don't really know yet, but we'll come to find out. Can we see the body cam footage? If that's something that you guys want, I could definitely drop it. Did you get into any fights while I was in jail? I'm not really gonna talk too much about that. Have I ever thought about going pro? Yes. It's just the fact of having the chance of going pro. Somebody from NASCAR hit me up, F1, you need sponsors, you need a NASCAR like pit crew, and that goes for F1 as well. There's a lot of money involved, so without sponsors, you know, you can't really do that stuff. So anybody that's looking to give me a shot to see what I could do, I promise you, I'll beat some of you guys as drivers that you have now.
Brody, DM
Shout out
me.
to Peter.
DM
How does
me,
it feel being famous in public?
Like,
honestly, it still feels fake. I don't believe it. It feels kind of crazy. You guys coming up to me and wanting to take pictures of me, like at the end of the day, like I feel like a regular guy. So I don't really see it as in like me being famous, me being somebody, like I just feel like a regular person, you know what I mean? But I want you guys to know, never feel weird coming up to me and asking me like, yo, you wanna take a picture? No problem. Like at the end of the day, I'm not a kid, I'm very easygoing, and at the end of the day, I'm nobody without you guys. And always ask me if I have merch, if I have any shirts, hoodies, keychains, because I have no problem giving them out to you guys. I'm always trying to give back. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. I answered most of you guys' questions, but I know I definitely didn't answer all of them. We're about to start streaming soon, so we'll have maybe a set date of a Q&A where I can answer all you guys' questions in real time, and you guys can ask me whatever you want. Don't feel shy. I'm gonna answer all of them. Also, on top of that, we got merch dropping on the 31st. We got a pop-up shop. This is the Halloween drop. I'll give you guys a little sneak peek. We got this color in black, gray, and brown. We also have a shirt coming out. Whole lot of shit coming through. So make sure you guys are there. We're gonna drop some of that soon. We'll make a post.
So what I got from this video is that bro was in there and he wasn't bullshitting like on some. He done took up this. He done took up that. He done took up that. Like, and I'm gonna keep it a buck. When they asked him if he fought in there, I know he said some shit and they cut it out. Cause that cut, it was like he went to go say some shit, but they cut it and he was like, I ain't even gonna talk about that. So I already know he tried to rock it off on somebody. They was on some shit and he was probably on some shit. But other than that, bro, he seemed pretty chill to me. Type shit. I'm trying to see the stream. I'm trying to see like the next video. See what's going on.
Yeah.
Shit.
See where you gonna go with that.
Yeah. I don't know.
Cause now his faces, they know.
Yeah.
So.
Nah, the fact that he was driving windows down. The D seen him, did
the
this.
Fact that he didn't put his windows up was blowing me though.
Nah, bro, it's a nice day. You got your windows down. It's like,
nigga, you do
what?
Mischievous shit all the time. You gotta have your windows up.
Or you gotta be more like.
You just gotta come on.
A certain way type shit. Yeah.
And then, I mean, was he in his own personal car?
Yeah, he said GLC 43. That shit is fast enough to do some shit though.
Well, I'm saying was he because then he said so I pulled over. Or he was on some I pulled over.
Now we gotta see the body cam footage.
Nigga, why the fuck did he pull over?
We gotta see the body, cause sometimes you just be on some chill shit. Like what you like? It's hot, like. But the fact that they saw him and was like, "Oh, nah, we on that." Oh my god, I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, bro. What was he wearing? Ski mask all the time?
I don't think he was showing his face at all, though. I don't think.
I'm saying like what on some blurred face?
Nah,
or?
I think it was like POVs and blurred faces. I think. But remember, they got the number from when he beat up Bro, because they gave him the number for Bro. But maybe, I don't know. He said the number actually didn't have no association to him. So I don't know. You beat a nigga up, he give the niggas your number. He probably gonna give the name too.
Yeah.
Like, yo, it's such and such name. Yeah. Like,
he's this and that.
Yeah, now they got something to go off. And I'm sure when they went off that, they got it. Yeah, they, off of that, they got an address and all that. Tell it. I want to hear about that. Like, what made you go beat him up, bro? What made you go beat him up?
Yeah, no,
bro?
This right here should have been broken up a little bit more. He should have got into depth a little bit more.
Part
he
three.
just ran through everything real quick.
Part three.
Like, niggas got to hear a little bit more than that.
Yeah, part 3.
But when the nigga get to streaming, niggas is for sure gonna tune in.
Yeah, they definitely gonna be asking.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yo, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. If you want a Yolex hoodie, you gotta join the Discord. You got your credit card on the YouTube, drop a super chat in the comments right now. And what do y'all, because he said F1, what do y'all, like, what's happening right now, bro? I need
he's just a drive. What he's saying is he could drive.
Yeah.
Fuck all the little stunts and he's saying he could drive and the nigga will go pro type shit.
Alright.
I'm not gonna lie.
I think he can.
Huh?
I personally think he can type shit. The way that nigga be.
I don't know.
Like, he drive a car like a nigga riding a bike. Like, you ever see, like, BMX niggas, how they control a bike? Like, this nigga control a car like a fucking pedal bike, bro.